it's Denise again. I'm back to show you the journal with the signatures in and hopefully start to fill it. I'm hoping the light's going to be good enough because it is afternoon now, it's 5 o'clock in fact, and you're probably going to hear the children in the garden behind jumping and screaming on the trampoline. There's very little I can do about that, I'm afraid, so here's hoping it's not too bad. So I have managed to get the signature sewn in and got the front cover finished for now, so it might have some shiny sparklies on it, and the back may also have something on it, but I've sewn it in with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and I've glued some lace over the top just to hold it in place as well. So for now that's what it looks like. There will be some gold corners put on it, and like I say, probably a little bit of something shiny or blingy. It ended up with 15 full pages in it, which will give us 60 sides, which I think it does look quite slim for now, but I think once we get all the ephemera in it that we've made, it's going to be more like a chunky monkey, and I'll probably have to put a fastening on it. Okay, so I'll just give you a quick flip through of what I've done so far on the pages. So I'd already done that when I showed you the cover, I think, previously. So just like a side pocket or a tuck pocket there. I've added a craft envelope, a brown envelope, into the signature that wasn't there last time. And we'll decorate that up. I won't leave it that colour, although some of it can show through because it is a lovely colour. But I'll probably stick down where it's got sticky there and make it into a tuck. Okay, so the front page that had the lace on last time we saw it, I'm pretty sure. And then the pages from the kit, which were colourful. So I've put lace on this page, it wasn't on last time, and I've left it as kind of a big tuck. So we could perhaps put, if there's a lot of ephemera left over, I might put a lot, you know, tuck a lot in, really overstuff it. Or, you know, you could put an extra notebook, or, you know, a big notebook, a mini journal, a folio, something like that in these. Or, you know, whoever gets the journal could put bunches of photographs or you know, pictures, works of art, anything they want, because they're quite big and they'll hold a lot. Okay, we saw all this last time. Pages from the kit. That beautiful double spread. I added this, which is it's not from the kit. The picture is from, I think it's an Artie Mays freebie actually. I'm not sure, but I'm reasonably confident that it is. And I printed it on tracing paper, so it gives that lovely crinkle, the sound and the feel that we all love in the junk journals, but also you can see through it. So if we do something on that page, you'll be able to see it through, or I might just leave that page for whoever gets the journal to do something to hide behind, but poke through. We'll see how the mood takes us as we go along. So more of those beautiful pages. Yep. If you remember, that was the bird book that had the pictures at the back but just the text at the front, so we'll definitely be putting some ephemera on that. The page with the ruffles, the beautiful middle page, which I'm possibly going to leave. I may, in fact I probably will, put some charms on the strings, tie it in a bow and put some charms on it, but I think I'll leave that for whoever gets the journal to personalise it. So those are the birds from the book that I was just talking about. Yeah, the other pages. I don't think I've changed much else now. Obviously we're in the back now, so you're only getting the back of everything we've seen at the front. Okay, so that's 60 sides. So, the craft envelope, that's the full envelope, so we'll be able to decorate it on there. We can put flips and all sorts on it, and obviously decorate it on the back, and then we've got a big pouch to stuff with interesting things as well. I do want something on here. I usually put either a big pocket or a big side tuck, and I haven't created anything for that yet. Not decided what's going on there yet, so that won't be done today. But let's have a look what we have got. So we created, yes, what did we create together? We did this pocket together, if you remember. It was the one where I did one right and one left. It had 1, 2, 3. And that one's for behind when I put it on like that. So it had 3 pockets, and I added a little pocket on the front to put another little thing in. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 on there now. And I'm going to put it on the page in a U with that one behind it. So that's like a fully stuffed pocket that'll have 5 tags on it, and they've all got some kind of writing paper back in them so that they can all be written on. So that's for either journaling space or, like I say, drawings, you know, scribbling, generally enjoying yourself with coloured pens and pencils, or photographs, anything really that you want to put on them. And I've got another one of those so that I can make the front and the back even, I think. That's not it. We did 2 together, didn't we? Oh, muddled them all up now. Yes, that was the other one. So that's the one from behind that I've just tucked in so I don't leave it. So we put that one on and the tabs in while you were watching. So that's got a couple in there, and then the 4 other pockets. They'll go at angles and they might have bits of bow and things stuck on them. So we've got to find a space for both of those in the book, which are quite big. And I've got 2 other big pockets that I've done without you. Similar-ish, you'll recognise the playing card because I did that on camera last, oh, there's a teacher in me, I was going to say last lesson, last video, and I decided to stick it on there and make an extra, oops, I stuck that in, glued it in, come out, that's it, an extra tuck pocket on the front. So this one's got the pockets like the other one had 2, it's got 2 pockets, but it's got a side pocket, whereas the other's got more stacked above. This one's got a side pocket and one behind. That's actually part of the card. And this is the same one going the other direction, like I did with the 2 that I did with you. And in there I've put one of the notebooks that we made, the tag in there. That hasn't got a tag in there yet. And I put, if you remember, we made this little envelope type, yeah, for secret writing or whatever. And I've put that on as a U shape. What have I got? I've got something here I can show you with, so that I can put a little tag in there as well when we get to the end. So they're similar but different. That one needs a couple of tags. So that's 4 big pockets we've got to put in. Maybe we should find space for those before we look at everything else that we've got. Oh, that was from behind there. So we'll try and build it fairly evenly. It's the easiest way when you're starting out with a journal. And actually I'm thinking that straight away that would be a nice, it's a reasonably plain page, nice place to put one of these big envelopes. So shall we go for the really big one? There's the other one that's going that way. Which one do we want? So we can go for that. That's quite sweet with the lace and the lace there. The colours maybe a little bit too close together. Let's see. Oh, that one that's reflecting the green from there. I like them both, to be honest. I think this might need a little bit more decoration up here. Yeah, I think that one's getting lost a little bit, so we'll go with this one. So I'm just going to take the tag out so I don't stick it down. Just going to do it on, yeah, I'll do it on 4 sides, and then if anybody wants to add anything extra in the back, I won't. But if anybody wants to put something extra in the back, there is a pocket there. Another one on top of the 5 that we've already got. Okay, so fairly close to the edge, just a U shape, a bit wobbly. Oh, I've got the right one, yes. Okay, stick it down. Okay, so it dries reasonably quickly, this Fabri-Tac, but not instantly. So you do have to be mindful when you're waiting to turn the page not to move anything around. So I'll leave that tag out until that's dried properly, and then I'm not interfering with any of the glue in. The other things are okay because they're not touching the, oops, tuck that further in. And I think what I'll do is go to the opposite page to that one in the back. I think that one, yeah. To put the other one in, and then they're weighted nicely, nice and evenly. Where's going in? What's on it? Can't remember which one it was now. Got memory like a sieve. So it was the sideways one. That one. I should have put them the other way really. I think I should have put that one I put in the front in the back so that they're easy to get at these. That was a silly mistake. Let's see, I think it'll go in and out easy enough. It's still dry. I need to trim that a little bit more. It's a little bit tight. Let me take it off the top because we can re-ink that, and I don't want to lose those pretty stamps at the bottom. Oops. Yeah, that should make it a lot easier. Yeah, that's better, especially seeing as it's going to be on that side. So again, I'll take that tag out and put it with the other one. So remember to put them back in. It is out of an actual pocket. Okay, so there's an actual pocket in the back. So with me sitting it, gluing it on in a U, there'll be another one at the back as well between the page and that. So that's why I'm saying there'll be another. I need to come well over with that so we've got room to get that in and out. So again, I'll do it in a U shape. I'm not going to fill that very back pocket. I think it will be full enough by the time I've got all this in. But it'll be a nice space for somebody to discover perhaps once they've got the journal. Oops, that's it. Yeah, that's better. I might end up putting a little tab on that as well so it's easy to pull in and out. I probably will. Perhaps something fabric, then it won't get caught in there. It'll bend over. Okay, so obviously they'll look nicer when they've got the tags out the top. They look a bit like there's something missing, but I don't want to pop them in until it's dry. Which tab went with which one? I've messed them up now. Yeah, I think that was it. So where shall we put the other one? I don't want it close to that one. Try and find something that isn't the pattern paper. So that's a possibility. Right, do it the right way this time. I quite like that green with that green, but it is getting, that might interfere with it a bit much, so perhaps not. I don't really want to cover too much that beautiful page. Nearly up the middle that way, rather. So I'm thinking perhaps this plain one. I know that's journaling space that I'm using up, but there's a lot of journaling space in here. And then they'll have all the other page on the other side to write on. It is going to be a very busy journal, this one anyway. It's not going to be like a complete writer's journal. I'll go for it because I will be faffing all day trying to find the perfect spot if I don't. And then we definitely won't have any light to see what we're doing. Oops. The straight lines are not very straight either. I'll take that out like I did the other one. Let me just check that I'm in the right, oops, in the right place. Yeah. I got a bit close to the edge of the viewing area last video and I was a bit concerned you couldn't see very well. And again, I might just put, you know, as I go back through and do a double check, I might put some pretties here and there on the blank pages. Some of you might be thinking, for goodness sake, leave something blank. Right, let's do the same again and put it on this one. Yeah. So those two tabs. Oh, I've got in there's just a bit of a stapled piece of ruffle. Put them over there. The rest can all stay in. Yeah. No. Yeah, because I'm not gluing up there, so that'll be fine. Okay. And a U shape again. You know now, don't you? You knew what I was going to say. Oops, wobbly. Not really a U. More like a drunken line. Okay, so we've got 5 or 6 tags in each one of those 4 pockets, so there's 20 odd tags to start with. Right, I'm just trying to think what else we made together, and then I'll show you the other stuff that I've got. So I showed you these postcards that I just backed with book page just to make them a little bit stronger, and they're going to go on the page as pockets as well, so we might find somewhere for those in a minute. Of course, we did the cards together. There's the other one. I showed you the one that I've put on the can you see it there? Not sure if you can. I showed you the one that I put on the front of the other pocket, so this one will be a tab tuck. The Edith Holden page that I just trimmed down, stitched a bit of lace and ribbon on the back just so it can be pulled out. I'm thinking it might go in the front pocket, the very front. Let's have a look in here. Yeah, and I did have another one with it, and it's done a runner. It's disappeared. I saw it this morning, so it's not far away, so that one might be added also once I find it. Cut some of these strings off. I know people like the dangly strings, but sometimes they've got to go. That's it. No, we didn't. Oh, we made these, didn't we? The tuck spots, the embellished clusters. And like I say, I wasn't keen on them when I made them. I think I said on the video, when you come back and look at them, they seem, I don't know, different somehow, better. That might just be me, might just be my opinion, but let's see where we think we need something, and then we'll have a look for what we've got. We've got that book page, haven't we, that needs prettying up a little bit. I mean, having book page is fine. It is part of the junk journal ethos, is having, you know, well, whatever you want in it, really. And I don't particularly want to cover it all necessarily, but I would like something on it. So obviously the tucks are not going to go on there. So what? Oh, I've got these, which were part of the kit. So there's 2 little tags on the top, which were part of the kit, and these are double tags. So you just cut them out. They're already. I just backed them onto some. I think that's food colouring dyed paper, actually. Oh, and that one's just part of the kit. I must have printed on both sides of it. And I think one of these will be good for on here, because you can just pin it over with a safety pin. Yes, paper clip on there. I've got some gold ones, but I forgot to bring some across with me, so I will put one in. And when I do the final flip through, you'll see it. So that will be just paper clipped on there. And obviously it's double-sided, so that needs something on it as well. I hadn't thought about that. So that side needs prettying up, and that just jazzes up that bit of paper. And then with all the other bits that will be put into the envelopes and things, whoever gets the journal can, if they want to, do a bit of collage with the papers on there and cover it over. A bit of fun, leave a bit of fun for them as well. Okay, so that's a good idea for that one. I'm not going to put anything like that on that one, because that's the pretty birds. It might get something on it, but it will be smaller. So we'll just call that a 1 for now. Was there anywhere else that we wanted to cover? I wonder about the music paper, if it might look nice with these on it. They're still only just fitting, aren't they? Let's look at the other side. Don't want them getting caught every time the book's closed. I might have to trim them a little bit more. Yeah, that music paper's perhaps not because it's a bit shorter than the other pages as well. Let's try it on the green. Yeah, so maybe if I trim it a little bit, it'll fit nice on the green. Let's give it a go. So down, up. Let's re-round the corners now, because they're not. And find the green ink dubber. Is that it? Yes. Because we've got all the green bit off the edge. Let's see if that's made a bit of difference if we do it right on that edge. Yeah, so that's leaving room for the book to close and not get that trapped all the time. Yeah, that's super. So again, this one is a U shape because it's open at the top. Ooh, yuck. We've got a drip that's set. We don't want any set drips, do we? No drips allowed. Present company accepted, meaning me, not you. Okay. I'm not too close to the bottom, so it's catching, but fairly close, so we've got room for the tag, and if somebody wants to, they can do something of their own on the top of that page as well. Draw in, stick something, write in, whatever the heart desires. The book's starting to get chunky now, so I have to hold it a few moments to get it to set where I want it. I'm not going to put a tab in there at the moment, a tag. I have got a few journaling cards cut up, and I've got a couple of these as well, which were tags in the kit, and I've just popped some butterflies and some all glued up, butterflies and sew in, and made a little tuck there out of that one if somebody wants to tuck something in it. And this one's just got it's one of Shabby Dabby Doodah's definitions. Definition of happiness. So I don't know, I need to put them in to see what they look like, but they may well go in there, so I'll put those with the other tags as well. If they don't, there was actually in the kit there's lots and lots and lots of little bits and pieces and journal cards. One or two of them I've stitched around. I've backed them all, you know, so they can be written on or drawn on them. One or two I'll do the corners on, around the corners, and then obviously I'll go through and stuff anything that will take a little bit more or that needs a little bit of something with those at the end. Okay, so that's leaving me with, I've got to do another one of those yet, haven't I? I'll trim it down a little bit while we're giving that a moment to dry. Put the lid on my glue. So this will be the last you see of this book, apart from me just popping up a flip through of it, so you know, showing you what it looks like when it's finally finished, which will just be a real quick video. So I'm hoping to do a little bit of stash building. So I've got quite a few, I think I mentioned before, I've got quite a few journals that need filling, and I'd like to get them filled and sold. I've got a few people who are interested now, so and not very much stock to show them. So what I need to do is create lots and lots of pockets and flips and tucks and belly bands and things like that, so I can explain to you, those of you that are new, of course, not trying to teach my granny to suck eggs, teach you what I do, how I do them, and you know, do 3 or 4, 5 or 6 maybe even of each one, and get a nice big stash going before I start stuffing some more journals. So unless there's something else you'd really love to see in the meantime, you can let me know in the comments. That's what I'm planning to do. Perhaps a masterboard. Everybody seems to be making masterboards at the moment, and they are great fun as well. If you're reasonably new to junk journaling and you're looking for, you love the playing with the paper and you're looking for something, you know, really fun to do and not too stressful, masterboards are brilliant. So we'll maybe do one of those. It will be part of stash busting, so, stash making I should say, so maybe that's where we'll go. And while we're on the subject of that, if you'd be so kind as to give me a thumbs up if there's anything here that you found interesting at all, that would be absolutely brilliant, because it just helps my videos to get shown a bit more. And if you'd like to subscribe, that would be amazing, because that helps even more. And again, we'll just have to leave it a few minutes to do its thing. Loving the colours of this. So this is actually the second, don't know if I told you when I started. This is the second journal that I've done with these papers. The first one had lots of other papers in, as well as the Kruger Park, but I think I've got so much stuff left I'll probably be able to do a third, but not until I've filled these journals that I've got waiting. Okay, so while that one's setting a little bit, I've got a couple of envelopes. So this is one that I've made from a book. Can you guess what the book was about? I think it was nature actually, but obviously a butterfly page from a book. I've just sewn it into a envelope shape, and it's got a piece of the paper in it from the kit, double-sided, but you can use it, you know, you could use it as stationery, write on it, you can use it in the journal to, you know, fill other things in, whatever you'd like to do. So we've got that to put in. Actually, I'm wondering if those might go, maybe the envelopes might go in the postcard. And this one is from a different kit altogether that needs inking. This is from Shabby Dabby Doodah's Mary kit, I think. I just thought just quite liked the colours, thought they went, it caught my eye. A little bit more bluey than the green, but I still thought it was nice. Or maybe they'll go in the tucks, because we've still got these embellished tucks. Yeah, we'll have to decide which two of those we're going to put in and put the envelopes in those. That's a good idea. So, don't we move that yet? Let's start at the beginning again then. Can you see how it's already getting, as they call it, I think the Americans might have termed it, because they're the ones that have the alligators, aren't they? Gator mouth. But I will put a fastener on it to hold it together. Okay, so what do we need? Where do we need somewhere? I need to do something with that envelope. Maybe there. Let's have a look. I'd like to leave that for writing. I'd quite like to, I might pop some bits in there, but I'd quite like to leave that for whoever owns the journal. Now, that might be a good page for it as well, because the music paper is very, it's nice, thick, strong paper, and you would find it quite difficult to write on there. I mean, you could stick things on it, but writing on it would be pretty tricky. Yeah, quite like that, but would that go behind it? Is there room? There's a big piece sticking out. It would indeed. I'll just check the others to make sure. That's the one I want there. Oh, I quite like that one as well. In fact, I think I prefer that one because of the way it's facing. Yep, I think that's the one. So we'll go with like an L shape on the back. Oh, there's a dragon's eye, look. And that makes it a tuck rather than a pocket. Okay, it's just an L. Oops. I don't want that green bit to dangle below the page because it will get bent over and spoiled. So I think we'll do what we've been doing and put the other tuck on the other side of the music paper. Just give that a few minutes. Although whether the envelope will fit in that tuck is another matter. So what I have left is the other envelope, the other double or over the page tag. I've got this tag. These tags weren't from the kit, the ones with the butterflies in. I'm not going to even guess where they're from because I don't want to get it wrong. Most of the papers I've got are Shabby Dabby Doodah, Janey B, Artie Mays. So I have a feeling it'll be one of those three. I hope it is one of those three. And then some little corner tucks that actually are also part of the kit. You can see they're in the paper. I printed them on thin cardstock. And I've just put a word and a piece of lace and a butterfly and a ticket on there. Tracy Fox ticket. Label probably, not a ticket. So if that envelope, that other envelope won't fit in the tuck, we'll find something else that will. Squeaking on the table. Right, we're ready to go, do you think? Yes, I'm not going to put that in until it's properly dry. Just put a piece of that down there so it doesn't stick to the page if I've missed any. Okay. Where were we? music paper. So if I put one up the top, that will balance it out a little bit as well, because we're getting very fat in the bottom. So if I use that one, and we go an L shape again, but in the top. That's those tags because we know where it's going. I really don't think they're going to fit in there, are you? Let's have a look. Oh. No, it'll be touch and go, I think. We'll have to try it and see. If not, we'll pop a couple of journaling cards in it. Okay, so it's across the top and this side. Do the wavy bit so I'll leave enough room if the envelope will fit. Fingers crossed. So the fabric sticking out over the top is alright. In fact, I quite like bits of lace and fabric sticking out because they don't really get damaged. It's just if you've got little bits of paper sticking out, they get caught or ripped or something. So this was the one that I made with you that I wasn't sure about. I just put some little stickles on the butterflies. Don't know if you can see them shining or not. Just brought them alive a little bit. And I'm thinking I definitely overdid the bling, if you can overdo bling. I think there's a little bit too much on there, but never mind. So I think that will fit in there, but I'm not going to try it. Yeah, I think it will. I'll just put it on one side and assume it will. I've got something I can put in there in case it sticks. Stick a piece of Latin. Okay, so that is one chunky journal already. I mean, obviously when it gets used it will close down a bit as well, but I'm thinking I might put a clasp or a hole or something in there, maybe some ribbon or some sari silk around it to keep it closed. So let's see if we've got anything now as we go through that definitely needs something on it. So we've got 2 corner pockets, sorry. We've got the bird tag. We've got a butterfly tag still. We've got an over the page tag, and then I've got all these little bits of, I'm holding them up, I don't know if you could see them though. Over the page tab, butterfly tab, corner pockets, and altered plain card. And then these were all the other bits of the kit that I said I would just use to stuff. Okay, so let's go through and see if we've got any glaring spaces that need something. Obviously the envelope. Shall I stick that down now while I'm thinking about it? Because it's definitely going to be stuck down because it's got its own glue there. The gummed part of the envelope's there. Okay, so I'll stick that down. That will have something tucked in it once it's dry. And then I might put some small embellishment on it, but I quite like some of the plain there. Okay, so I won't fold it. It's going to move as I hold it up. So we need a tag in there, don't we? We've got one for the back, but we need one in the front. Or a journal card. What shall we put in? What colours have we got? It's quite pretty with a butterfly on the top. I'll put that in for now. We might change it out later. Now we've got a little tiny one, did I say? That can go in that. There's all the tiny ones. Good question. Right, I'll have to wait until they appear. When I tidy up, I don't think you can see the mess on the desk, but it's quite messy. And I know there's at least 2, maybe 3 little tiny tags hanging about, so I will definitely tuck one in there. We could put those corner pockets on there. I quite like that one on there actually. That needs a touch. Put it out. Yep, I think so. We'll leave it there and go through and make sure, but I think that's going to end up there. Okay, that hasn't stuck as far as I can tell, so that's fine. We'll still give it a few more minutes before we put the envelope in it, but the envelopes go in there, and that's writing paper, and that's for the journal owner to stuff or not. Okay, and again the new journal owner can collage on there, or put writing paper or stick photographs. Same with that. Okay, that's stuck nice, and we don't know what we're putting it. Oh, we're going to put those two big tabs in there, tags, these ones. Yep, so they'll probably be stuffed with some of the other little bits as well. You'll see when I do the flip through. I can't bring myself to do anything on that page. It's so beautiful. I'm just leaving it and let whoever owns it decide. I'm leaving that for writing because it's the other side of that, and we've got something on this side. Maybe just needs a little bit of something there, and there's a big tag to go in the back. Excuse my gluey fingers, I'm absolutely covered in it. Feels like it's sticking there. So that's the over the page. Are you stuck? No. Again, I need to put something on there just to put it up a bit, and then it will have a paper clip on the top. I'll leave the rest of it for the journal owner. So there's some nice writing, journaling space there across the middle. I think I'm just going to leave the birds as well. Let them do what they want with the birds. Do they not have anything on that other music? I'm going back over again now. So again, another big one to go on the top of there. Pretty papers. We're going to put the other one of those tags in there. That one with the beautiful butterflies and a few bits. I'll have the lid off my glue. The envelope's going in there. Well, excuse me. Writing, and we're leaving that for the journal owner. It must be getting to tea time. I'm starting to hiccup. So I need to fill that, but I need a nice big journal card for that. Something for the back and a collage on there. So where did I say I might put that corner tuck? Because that'll be the last thing we do today there. And then the other one I think in the back. So it was only the second page in, wasn't it? Yes, there. Yeah. In fact, you don't need to see me glue any more in, I don't think so. I'll stick those in off camera. Do all the little bits that I've talked about, stuff it full of all these little pieces, and then I'll do a final flip through. Okay, thanks very much for sticking with me through all that. I hope it wasn't too boring. Any questions you've got, pop at the bottom, and I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.